Jose, thanks so much for joining, man. So who's one of your six?
First of all, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. One of my six is John Kokinos, and he's actually my present employer for Educational Funding Company. It's a global martial arts company based out of Chevy Chase, Maryland.
Hmm.
We also have offices in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and so forth.
Wow.
So he is definitely hands down immediately when I thought about it, and there was a lot of good candidates there, but he definitely sticks out the most.
Tell me about John. Tell me about how he's been so impactful for you.
So let me start off with a quick story.
Sure.
The day I got hired at EFC, which is, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago at this point, the first thing he did after, bringing me into his office and we had our chat and everything, and I was welcomed on board, the first move he did was he took me to the restroom. He walked me, he's like, let me show you something. So he walks me to the restroom, and all kinds of thoughts are going through my mind, like, what is going on?
I just met this
And
guy.
yeah, and we walk, and he goes in there, and he starts looking around, and he's like, what do you see? And I'm just like, well, I see the toilet paper's there. I see that you have some hand sanitizer there, basic stuff, right? And
Yeah.
he's like, no, there's more here that I want you to pay attention to. And I'm like, I just didn't see anything that I didn't know what he was looking for, right? So I said, I'm not sure, John. He said, okay, let me show you. So there was a few spots on the floor of water. So he grabbed the paper towel and he started wiping the floor. And then he looked at the toilet bowl seat. He's like, you see that little speck right there? And he grabs the little spray, a cleaner, and he sprays the toilet seat and rubs it down. And then he sees the sink and there's like water kind of stains all around the sink. And he gets a paper towel and he like wipes it down. And then the mirror has a couple specks on it. So he like wipes the mirror a little bit. And he's like, what I want you to take away from this is you always want to leave a place in a better condition than how you found it. And
Awesome.
I said, wow, that's pretty deep. It's simple, but
Yeah.
it's very deep. And he said, that's a principle one of my mentors once taught me. And I want you to understand that that's the culture of this company
Mm.
is you always want to leave a place in a better condition than when you left it. So next time you come into the restroom, you pull up in a parking lot and you see there's a bottle on the floor, take the ownership mentality and pick up the bottle. Take
Love
the
it.
ownership mentality and wipe the toilet seat, make it look better than how you found it. And then he said, there's one step further to this. And I said, what's that? He goes, when it comes to people and the people that you cross in your life, and in this case, your coworkers, whenever you interact with people, make sure that you leave them in a better place than how you found them.
Mm.
And I said, that's deep. I loved it. So that's kind of my initial experience with John.
Phenomenal. So tremendous mentor right out of the gates,
Right.
you know, giving wisdom as just part of what he does and and really just setting a culture up. I mean, what an amazing example of a CEO just, for all of us. So Jose, this is fantastic. Thanks so much for sharing one of your six today. Really appreciate you.
My absolute pleasure.
All right.